Test, test, test. Test, test, test. All right, we got microphone working, we got chat working. That was just a coincidence, just Flipwork. I didn't mean for them to be hidden. They just happened to be at the moment I took the screenshot. And I'm going to go ahead and get started a little bit earlier than usual because I got a lot of, upkeep nonsense to do. So I'll just get the boring stuff out of the way quick, and then we can start hunting for some golems. Because I still don't have the helmet or the armor. All right. I'm still in third person. No, I don't want to go to main menu. I much prefer, for actually playing the game, I prefer first person. Did I get... Oh yeah, these guys are... I got all their money already. I remember what I needed to do. I needed to go back to the ship to get some money. What was that? I've never heard that sound before. What was that? It was like a ting! I've never heard that. What was that? I'll take one more just in case. Everything in here to sell? Junk to sell. Alright. Jump back down in there. The master... You mean the... Are you talking about a steel pickaxe? Or are you talking about the steamer stuff? Because the steamer pickaxe, if you don't already have it... Like, I have it on my first playthrough because I acquired it before they patched it out. But on this one, I have the netherite ingot, and I still don't have the recipe for the pickaxe. Because they removed it. I think this guy's got it. I think I already talked to these guys once or twice. I don't need all these turned on right now. Ooh, magnesium, I'll take that. Hey, Black Yad. What's up? I think that's all the merchants. Is this on the floor? I think I got everything inside of there. I got everything in here. I'm looking for some, like, crates. No, there's nothing but dirt up there. All right, this town is spent. Let's get out of here. So to get back to what I was saying, Kaik, you'll have to be more specific on what you mean by master. The master pickaxe. Do you mean steel or do you mean the steamer pickaxe? Let's see. Yeah, so the steamer pickaxe is no longer obtainable. You'll notice I have, like, this uses netherite ingots in it. And you'll notice I don't have them because they have been removed from the game. On my first save, the one that I'm building my big castle, I do have them because I acquired them before they patched them out of the game. They removed them from the game. They'll be putting them back in later. They were never supposed to be in the game. They weren't ready to release it yet. But you were able to get the recipe, just like you get the recipe for any other type of pickaxe or axe. It's just when you get the ingot, you get the recipe for that pickaxe. And they have disabled that functionality. Because, like, we can't use that pickaxe anyway, because we don't have the master skill. So even if you had the pickaxe, like I said, I have it on my other one. I just have it on a rack on the wall as a decoration because it's useless. You can't use it. Steel is the best we can do right now. All right, let's see if we can find... weapons were supposed to be released later with new elevations. Yeah. There were a couple of things that slipped through the cracks. They've tried to claw it back a little bit, but at the same time, they're like, well, if you already got it, you know, we can't take it back now. But if you don't already have it, you're not going to get it. Actually, I actually do have a video on how to get netherite ingots and netherite tools. But I do mention that in that video that it's unlikely Yeah, if you've got level 10 steel, that's it. That's where you stop. That's the peak. Do I? No, you know, I don't want to do that right now. That's a distraction. Here's another town. They don't have a farmer's market, though. This is a tiny town. They got like an armorer, a weaponsmith, and a general merchant, and that's it. Nope. Nope. That was not even locked. I found these. Want to buy them? Ooh. Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $1. We got a lot of stuff here I can sell you. That's okay. I don't know, what is it, Portuguese that they speak in Brazil? But yo sí puedo hablar español y leer también, entonces si quieres poner tus respuestas en español, yo lo puedo entender. If you speak Spanish. Yeah, right? Hey, I just found all this stuff in your chest over there. Want to buy it? let's sell some of this stuff. I don't need that. Yeah, I know. My mom had a Portuguese friend, or I should say a Brazilian friend who spoke Portuguese, and they'd speak to one. My mom would speak Spanish, and she'd speak Portuguese, and they could understand each other because they're very close. I'm not quite good enough in Spanish to be able to, like, it's almost like they're different dialects of the same language, but they're far enough apart that they're not the same language. There's overlap, but you know, it's like French and Italian. You know, they're both Latin languages, but they're not the same language. Oh yeah, I play exclusively in single player. I do once in a while, like I might go on a multiplayer server if they ever set one up. I was actually thinking of when the game becomes capable of hosting servers, like when they actually get like proper multiplayer set up, setting up like a public server. Maybe as like, I don't know, like a Patreon perk or something? Not Patreon, what do you call this? Like a members thing. I don't actually have a Patreon set up. Ooh, I got some magnesium. But if I'm going to do a server, okay, like, it's not going to be some wishy-washy thing. Like, I'm going to do a proper server. Because I'm not going to want to do it until there's some kind of ship protect mod. So that you're like, oh, I got this awesome ship that I built, but it's time for bed. I'm going to go to bed. And when you log back in, you're just plummeting to the earth because someone came and just flew away with your ship while you were sleeping. So I definitely would want to make it, like, set it up so that people couldn't just fly away with your ship. And probably some kind of a claim protect mod as well, because if people want to build on an island, they should be able to. I would advise against it, but, you know, if that's what you want. What am I? Okay, where was it? There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, I like, and I mentioned this in other videos before. In Minecraft, I played on the Element Animation server. If you guys have never heard of Element Animation, they're the studio that makes all of the little videos and stuff, the animations for like Minecon or Minecraft Live, and they have their own series of animated shorts that they make as well. They're pretty funny. They're pretty clever, and they have their own Minecraft server set up. And I like playing on there because they have mods in there. Not a lot. It's semi-vanilla. There's nothing like crazy. There's no like Red Matter 2 or you know, there's no like, what's that one that's like steampunk? It's just quality of life mods. Like the aforementioned Claim Protect, where you can like, you take a gold shovel and you click here and then you go over here and you click here and everything inside that square is yours. And no one can build there, no one can dig there, no one can place a block there, no one can do anything in that block except for you. In fact, you can even set it where people can't even walk into that block. Which sucks when you're flying and you hit somebody's invisible barrier around their base. Excuse me. Oh, only 2. I was hoping to get 3. I need 1 more. 1 more ingot. Or one more nugget. I don't even need a full ingot. Alright, let's get on our way. There's nothing more. That's a tiny town. There's nothing more obvious there. Like, my main background is in Fallout and Elder Scrolls franchise. But I did play a lot of Minecraft too, so when I heard that this game was going to have a story mode on a flying ship, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And like, I don't think they did it that way on purpose, but waking up in the starter tower, and the starter tower is all like, it's got like a prison vibe to it. So you're starting the game as a prisoner. That's like every Elder Scrolls game. You start as some kind of, either you just got out of jail, or you just got into jail, or you were just captured and you're about to get executed. Every game is like that. I really don't want to deal with these guys. I just want to see if there's any glitched lights down here. Ooh, look, there's some glitch lights right there. Did he just take 1,200 points of fire damage? That can't be right. Because I didn't swing my sword. Did I swing my sword? I'm going to have to watch the tape later. Oh, you know, I forgot to tell you guys, one of the things that I did in that first village that I was in, I found a trainer, or a jeweler that sold me these. Because, you know, wow. You see? Because I didn't need the XP jewelry anymore because I capped out last game. Or last episode. Okay, now. Got him. Wait, where's the other one? There we go. All right. Oh, there's a glitched one right here. You know what I haven't tried yet? I haven't tried putting these lights in a processing station. I wonder if they spit out a netherite. I keep saying netherite. An ancient steamer ingot. Wouldn't that be crazy if they spit out an ingot? So as I was saying, this game kind of low-key starts the same way. In particular, as Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion does, you start off in a prison. And you have to escape. You get a Capybara Edition and the supporter pack. Do you need to get the game to... no, the Capybara Edition includes the base game. And in fact, if you have the base game already, you can then later go back and buy the Capybara Edition, and it will deduct the price of the base game from the Capybara Edition. Because it's just, the Capybara Edition is just an upgrade on the base game. Man, I must have some incredible crit rate on this thing, because I'm critting a lot. Oh yeah, I got plus 15 crit strike. That's why. I am critting more than normal. I believe the Capybara Edition will no longer be available. Well, no, I take that back. The thing that will no longer be available will be there's a free, like, armor skin DLC that you can get. Like, the free thank you gift that they put out. That goes away when 1.0 is released. But Capybara Edition, I think, is going to be... Because, like, what does it cost them? It's just like a texture pack for a few... it's just a couple of cosmetic items. If people want to pay for it, and have a little... I like the Cappy statue, I'll be honest. I used it on my first ship when the early access started. I used the Capybara statue as a hood ornament. Nothing game changing. It's just like, you can put the items in your armor, but they don't have any stats. It's so that you can put them over here. In fact, I can, because I have the Capybara Edition, so I can show you what they look like. It does kind of make you look like a Power Ranger. There's two outfits, right? There's the one that's like the really cool, futuristic, like, Power Ranger looking armor. And then there's also the, here, I'll show you, because it's super cheap to make it, too. You can make this stuff on the starter island. And you don't even need... See, it's this... Like, so there's the Capybara pajama outfit, which comes with hood, gloves, and slippers. And then there's this outfit. As you can see, it's just fabric and string. It's just... There you go. I'm the Capybara Ranger. Tyrannosaurus, Dragon Sword, Capybara! And then, of course, there's also the, I'll show you what the pajama one looks like as well. So there's the hood, the mittens, the slippers, and the jammies. Cappy jammies. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of burying there's more than just armor skins. There's also, where is it? Where's my carpentry? Because there's actually some furniture that you can make down here at the bottom of the list. All of this orange stuff right here, the lamp, all of this, the doors, these chairs, tables, this is all part of Capybara Edition. And, you know, I want to make a little Cappy statue. You can also make, I'm going to put this guy, we'll put him, I'm going to put this guy. Oh, you know what? I'll put him right here, right on the front. There. Look, Capybara statue. But as you can see, like you can equip this stuff in the main armor slot, but it doesn't have any stats. So you get nothing for it. You see, when I swapped this out, my armor went way down. Now I gotta find a... Because I don't want to toss these. I like to have them. We'll do this. I just got some iron. Oh, yeah. You know what this means. Speed upgrade. Boom. Is another sale coming? I mean, I don't know. I'm not really an insider. But I would be surprised if they didn't have like a Christmas sale. There's actually a contest right now. They're doing a like a speed run for whoever can kill the Mortivar King or the Mortivar Lord the fastest, and it's a set seed, so you can find out where the king is ahead of time and just run that seed over and over again. And I can even tell you where it is because I've run the seed. I know where the king is. He's about... All right, I think we're back. Test. Yeah, they've got their autumn sale, then their winter sale, then their Christmas sale, then their New Year's sale, then the Valentine's sale, then the spring sale, then the summer sale. There's always a sale. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was very suspiciously interrupted by a cabal of extremely powerful black hat hackers. No, my game just crashed. The Mortivar King, or the Mortivar Lord, in the seed that they gave us for the contest, and if you win the contest, you can play as single player or as a group. If you play as a group, everyone in the group will get a free key for the game. And, the king he's on an island that, like, the top of the island is like 700 and something, but you don't need to go to the top because there's actually a hole in the treasure room behind his throne at 615 blocks up on the other side. So you just need to get to that opening, and their hole is even big enough that you can lure him out and he'll fall into the water and instantly die. And they have already stated that that's a legit kill. They said that does not disqualify. You don't have to kill the king. You can just use the water to kill him. So he's 615 blocks up. He's about 900 blocks away from spawn. I don't remember the direction off the top of my head. Because there were some people arguing about, no, if you, because they said no exploits, and dropping him in the water is an exploit. And so they had to actually, because there was a pretty, I don't want to say heated, but it wasn't it was a lively discussion. And they finally had to come out and do an official ruling and say, no, if you get him to fall in the water and kill him that way, that counts. It's a legit kill. All right, now where was I? $1,260. Nice. All right. I don't have a key, and I don't want to go back to the ship. Any more caves over here? I think this is a different cave than the one I was in before. Yeah, this is a different one. This was very tiny. I guess I don't have a choice but to go back. Because I'm kind of trapped down here now. Yeah, my game crashed. Apparently, if your game ever gets to a point where it uses more than 28 gigs of RAM at a time, the whole game crashes. My whole computer crashed. I had to, like, turn my computer shut down. I had to turn it back on. Get one of them fancy lament configuration keys. I joke. This is not from the Hellraiser movie. It's from the Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser. See, this is the one I was in before. I already got all of this stuff. I just wanted to double check and make sure. That was close. I already have both of those. I love it when one of these guys exploding kills something else right next to him. Any more glitch lights? I mean, they just need to do some optimization. That's not a big deal. Yeah, love those glitch lights. I do know that these lights are worth a fortune. Look at this. They're $2,700 a piece. So even at a vendor that doesn't normally buy this, they'll still be like $1,000 each. Maybe more. But I'm going to put a couple of these in the processor just to see what it spits out. If it'll even grind it. Oh, I'm going to grind more than one. I'm going to do like 2 or 3. No, you just saw me take one down. If there's... So, if like that one light, it was just kind of hanging in the air. So if you just go put a stick block behind it and then take the stick block, it will just pop off. Like you don't even need to use a tool. Let me go get a few more. I want to do like 3 of these. We'll do 4. Okay, it does grind. What's it give? Oh, shut up. No way, that's insane. 6 ingots each? Bro, that's nuts. Yeah, right? WTF is right. That is way too much. I would have been happy with like 1. Alright, well, I guess I'm upgrading my sword now. One of these. These. Oh, wait, I don't need the gears. I don't need the treads anymore. I just need a gem. Right? Well, you can only grab the ones that are glitched. The ones that are floating in the air that are not connected to the wall. If they're attached to a steamer block, you can't break the block, so you can't get them down. Look at that, 350 to 402. That's nuts. And plus 25 crit strike damage. Yeah, if you go back and watch if you like rewind the stream a little bit and go back and watch it, you'll see the one that I took down, it was just floating in the air. It wasn't attached to a block. And so what I did was, I put one of these, the stick blocks, like behind it, and then I took it, and when I did that, it just popped off. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is... I think I'm done hunting weapons now. I'm not gonna... I mean, I might be able to make a better mechanical steamer warblade, but do I really need a better one? I mean, look at that's 350 minimum. That's not like... That's like a weapon with 350 maximum is powerful. With a 350 minimum, it's like I'm one-shotting everything that isn't a boss. All All right, so new plan. I'm gonna make a ton of these. I don't actually have a rune yet. I am like I'm kind of a toss up between this and charge because I got a 4% lifesteal, but at the same time, I've already got a 3% lifesteal. And look at my health. I just ran through that entire cave, and I'm still at full health. And I did get hit. Okay, it looks like it's not always 6. Like, see, that one just gave me 5. So it looks like it's like 4 to 6. The 12, no. 23 to 30, that was 7. It gives you 4 to 7 ingots. That is crazy. I was saving up, now I got 47 ingots. I can basically do whatever I want now. That is so OP. They have to nerf that immediately. Oh, was it? Okay. But even so, just potentially, the possibility of getting 6. And no, it's 1 to 7 because the last one that I did, I had 23 and it grounded up and it gave me 30. It went from 23 to 30. I might have to go double check. Maybe it was 24. Anyway, let's go find a golem to stomp. Because now that I got this thing maxed out. And oh, look at this. Jungle biomes. As if on cue. I wouldn't because of how easy those things are to get. And then, you know, if you can find, and like what I would say is like, go find an island. Like I found one in my main playthrough where there's like 8 of them. And I flagged it. And I put a ship nearby so I would know how to get back to it. And I've just been farming it. Because, like, I want some of those lights to use. But, I mean, they might be the most useful item in the game now. Because in addition to giving you a buttload of steamer ingots, they're also like just a really nice decorative piece. And they're extremely valuable. So they're also a source of money. I mean, it's on the internet. You know, the developers do periodically check my stream. They'll figure it out eventually. Oh, I mean, it's gonna be a while. I would say go out and like tonight or tomorrow, just go hunting for lights. I'd say go out and hunt and farm them until you get like a full stack. And then like grind until you have a full stack of steamer metal ingots. Ooh. Yes, I will take this. Grind until you have a full stack of steamer metal ingots. And then sell some until you have like a chest full of money. And then just save the rest to decorate your ship. Is that 2,700 each? That's, what would that be? 27, so that'd be like 50K for a full stack? Am I doing the math right on that? 2,700 plus 2, yeah, so it'd be... No, it'd be 270,000. So it would be 500,000 for a full stack. That is more money than anyone will ever need in the entire lifespan of this. That is max out your ship, buy every recipe, buy every weapon, buy it. Come on, man, I'm digging here. What are you doing? It's like no boundaries with these guys. They're like, oh yeah, an active construction site. Let me just walk through there without a helmet on. And then they're like, let me just stick my hand directly under your pickaxe and then go hostile. And this capybara. Oh, he was the victim of a tragic construction site accident. That's why you gotta... When you see a warning sign, heed it. Don't play in construction sites, kids. It's dangerous. But I mean, even if it gave you 1 ingot for every light, that is still exceptionally powerful. So, like, if they nerfed it down to 1 ingot, it's still worth it. It is absolutely worth it. For how easy they are to obtain, and how frequently they come up. I was like, you know, I was thinking the other day, too, like, man, I should stick one of those in the grinder just to see what happens. I'm thinking I'm gonna get, like, some scrap, and maybe some copper wire, maybe some glass. You know, like the stuff that a light bulb is made of. Nope. Like, no, we're gonna go full OP. Alright, let's see. What does this guy have? Nothing. Not even an interesting ingot. Even your display ingots are lame. Alright. This guy's probably got nothing. I'm gonna put this thing away before I kill someone by accident. Nothing interesting. I'll take that. Weapons. What do we have here? Corrosion? Meh. Nothing interesting. Well, I mean, you can get them at any altitude other than at, like, sea level. So just go lower down. Just go to, like, 200 or 300. You just need to be high enough to find steamer mine shafts. And the only reason they don't spawn at sea level is because at sea level, there's no mine shaft underwater. So they just don't spawn there. Hey, I found all this stuff in your yard. Want to buy it? No, this isn't capybara meat. It's bear. It was a small bear. All right, I have a theory. I want to try something here, because I'm pretty much done with this town. But I want to test a theory. Okay, so let me test it again. Let me test it again. Okay, so nobody's mad at me. So it turns out you can kill a villager And you won't upset the other villagers if you one-shot them. Because they die before they have a chance to go, ah, and call for help. I wonder if I can one-shot this guy. Yep. Nobody's upset. Nobody cares. Yes, I'm new to town. I've just killed 3 people. How are you doing? Alright. I am done in this town, I think. Yeah, let's get out of here. Hey, Scott Creation. Man, you just missed a big reveal. You know those the lights, the kind of bluish lights, the dome lights that you can find in steamer mine shafts? They're like on the wall, and most of the time they're mounted onto like a steamer block, so there's nothing, you can't get them. But if they're glitched, which if you go watch my glitch lights video that I put a couple weeks ago, shows you exactly what I mean by that. You can put a block behind them that isn't a steamer block, and when you remove that block, they just pop off the wall. And oh yeah, no, that was cool, but this is better. And when you get those lights, obviously they're really cool for decoration, but I noticed today that they're also worth 2,700 coins. And if you put them in a grinder, if you put them in the processing station here, look at this. I got 47 steamer ingots now. They give you between 1 and 7 ingots each. So they might be one of the best items in the game now because they're good for money, they're good for resources, the most valuable resource in the game, and they're good for decorating. Yeah, or me. I got what I needed. I got up to 45 now. So, and I think that's the fastest I'm going to go on this ship. I hate this WOG. The story mode is not out yet. I promise you, when the story mode comes out, they will make a very, very big deal out of it. Because that is the game. All of this is just the world that, you know, we haven't actually played the game yet. And I think we'll get, at the same time that we get the story mode, we will also get the drill. Because they said the only reason they were holding back on the drill is because there were story elements tied to it. So we might get the drill as part of the story. So I'm like super excited to experience this story. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that, well, if I was doing it, I would have done it this way. It's like, yeah, that's fine. You know, instead of complaining about what you could have had, why don't you just enjoy what you have? It's like when people complain about this Superman movie sucks. It's like, yeah, but at least you have a Superman movie. Could it have been better? Sure. But they didn't have to make a movie at all. I mean, to be fair, you can say every movie, there's something you could have changed to make it better. You could have made The Godfather better by not making Godfather 3. Every movie has its flaws. So the original schedule, 3 major updates, then full release. I don't know what the original schedule. We got like a what's the word? Like a roadmap. But the roadmap didn't have like, it didn't say this update, then this update, then this update. It was just a line with like, we want to update this feature and this feature and this feature. But there wasn't any indication of like if each feature was its own update or if there was like clusters of features in each update. And there were no dates either. There was stuff at the very end that said, you know, sometime in 2027. But they intentionally keep it vague and they don't give stuff dates. Like they don't say, well, this stuff is coming out on this day until they are absolutely positive that it's already done. Because they don't, and I think that's smart. Because you look at what happened with GTA, where they kept announcing release dates and then like, oh yeah, we didn't meet that release date in time. We're going to have to push it back. So now this is the release date. Oh, we still got to do some bug testing on this one level. We're going to have to push it back again. And they just keep pushing it back and pushing it back. When if they had just not given a release date until after the game was done, and all that was left was like marketing and stuff. But no, the investors need a release date. That's the great thing about like indie developers don't have investors that they have to like pander to. They could just do their thing in peace. It's probably the same one that's on the Discord. It's already out of date. They've already stated they've rearranged stuff. Like everything on that roadmap is still going to happen. It just may not happen in that order. Yeah, I fully agree, Flippin' Work. It's better to not give a date. Yeah, and that's why the announcements are so rare. And they put out like update videos like, hey guys, this is, you know, just wanted to let you know we're still here, we're still working. But they don't, you look at those update videos, there's not really anything substantive in them. And I'm actually okay with that, because I would rather they just put out an update video that says we're still working, it's coming soon, and that's it, than either A, not put out anything at all and just leave us, just ghost us, or B, put out an update video that has like a release date, or they can tell, well, we're going to do this feature and this feature, and then it doesn't, like, because they already made that mistake once. And it is my hope that they learn from that, because they announced they were going to have hardcore mode in the first Ascent update. Then they had to walk it back. Which I'm not too heartbroken about that, because I don't care for hardcore mode. But I know some people wanted hardcore mode and they were looking forward to it, so they were disappointed. So I think it's better that they not announce features, because then they don't have to, if they have to walk something back, they don't have to deal with the fallout of, sorry, we know we promised this, but it's not going to happen now. I mean, seeing what they've given us so far, I'm very much in the camp of giving them the benefit of the doubt, because, I mean, they've already put out quality. So let's just let them cook. And you can see they love the game. You can see that there's a genuine love for this game in the development team. They're not just like, well, let's just make this for money and then cash in our bag of money and bugger off somewhere. I have not had really any experience with early access games before, though I've heard many stories. So going into this, I was like, okay, it looks good. The demo was nice, but we'll see. But I can say this has been, for me at least, a relatively positive experience. Nope. Let's just have a quick look around. See if there's a jeweler. Oh, there is a jeweler. Got anything nice? 5%. There it is. And he's got aluminum ore. Oh, by the way, guys, this right here, I was wrong about this. I thought this was worthless. You can actually get a decent amount of aluminum out of these. Sometimes you'll just get a rock, but sometimes you'll get like 8 pieces of aluminum out of it. So these are worth, and they're only 5 coins each. They're cheap. So they're worth buying. Let me go get some money. How much does he want for that amulet? 4,000? Okay, I'll be right back. Yes, I agree. They are going in a good direction. It's armor. Nope. Oh, and a tailor. Oh, I don't have that one yet. Yeah, I mean, they know people want difficulty modes. I personally would not mind if there was like how in Minecraft, how you have like a hard mode and there's like peaceful, easy, normal, and hard. I wouldn't mind that. Wait, I forgot to check. Nope, doesn't have one. All right. So I checked the weapons, guys, because Seraph Dawn is probably the easiest weapon to acquire in the game, because you just literally go to a weaponsmith and buy it from them. There's a small chance that when you find a weaponsmith, that they'll have a Seraph Dawn as on sale. You can buy that. There is... Where's this jeweler? There's the jeweler. Go ahead, chop all this up. All right, I'm gonna buy this and no, not that one. That one, yeah. Because this one's only 5% is the max you can get on this, and now I'm now basically unkillable. Like something would have to do a catastrophic amount of damage to me in one hit to kill me. Like fall damage could kill me. Like a crit from a Colossus might be able to kill me. You know, I don't know why I bought these ingots. I don't really need them anymore. Maybe, like maybe you're a steamer that like unassimilated or something. That could be. We have no idea what the plot is. See, that's pretty good. 6 nuggets out of one of these is pretty good. I'm not going to scoff at that. That's a good... And see, sometimes you get rock, but... Well, most of the time you get rock, I guess. Come on. Come on, stop with the rock. Don't be a jerk. There we go. 12 to 19 is 7. And then 6. Okay, so that's not bad. 25 out of 6. That's a pretty good haul. Then I'm going to go ahead and cook some more of these. As if I need more. It's used to make steamer metal ingots. I just took them and I used them to make these. Which the steamer metal ingots are used for crafting these. And they're also used for upgrading. But it's also used to craft these. The steamer armor. And also for upgrading the armor. Pretty much anything that's got steamer in the name, you need the ingots to at least craft or upgrade, if not both. I might, once we get the drill, I might do a Big Daddy build. Just like a super heavily armored tank, and like my main weapon is the drill. Because you know it's going to be sick. Oh, I only got 3. All right. Is it stronger than steel? Well, let's see. Looks like no. Steel's better than steamer. But, I suspect that there's going to be a perk in the engineer tree that allows you to wear steamer armor, even if you don't have the proficiency in, I think it's advanced armor. It'll just be like one perk that says you can use all steamer armor, weapons, and tools without the proficiency skill. Well, maybe not tools, but definitely armor and weapons. Because otherwise the engineer, in order to wear their signature steamer armor, they need, what is this one? So they need to go 3, 6, 9, 10. For an engineer to wear steamer armor, they'd need to put 10 ranks into warrior. Just for the armor. And then, what is this? Is this a master level? So then to get that, they would then need to go... master weapons, they'd need to go 13 ranks into master weapons. So for an engineer to use like their signature stuff, the steamer equipment, they would need to put 13 ranks in a completely different class. It doesn't make sense. To me, it makes sense if they give them a perk that says you can just use steamer stuff because you're an engineer and that's your thing. And I could see them putting, like, the steamer armor perk at, 6 ranks. Because, like, what's the most advanced armor that you can make? I think it's bronze. Yeah, bronze is novice. Iron is advanced. Oh, Wraithlord is the most advanced one you can make. Wraithlord is a novice armor. But, like, even the Mortivar Lord is advanced. So if you don't have 10 ranks in the warrior, you're wearing basically Wraithlord armor. Wraithlord armor on an engineer doesn't make sense. I wonder what... See, even the executioner stuff is advanced. Yeah, I think they'll do that for the engineers. At least, if not the weapon... Well, the guy got to do the weapons, too. Because... how's an engineer going to do any damage? Like, how are they going to... Like, okay, so the wizard's got a black hole spell book, and the fighter's got this big steamer honking metal weapon, and what does the engineer have? A bronze dagger? Come on. They're going to have to give the engineer proficiency in just steamer weapons. All right, I'm going to go that way. A skill? I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. What is that, Freedom? Is that like a weapon? Like a Nordic weapon or something? Oh, for sure. They've shown in one of the teasers where they introduced the engineer, they show the engineer putting down traps and then luring monsters into the traps. And the monsters dying. And it's the same traps that you see in dungeons. The floor spike traps, the wall spear traps, arrow traps. Absolutely. The engineer's basically like a Dungeons and Dragons rogue. They're all about trapping. Because, like, we can already pick up those traps. Kind of, sort of. I was circling spawn mainly to look for the capybara merchant, but I am so far beyond anything the merchant has to offer me that I kind of gave up on finding him. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that. I strongly suspect they will be given gun turrets. And between the traps and the gun turrets, basically the steamers, or the engineer strategy is going to be to lure enemies into a trap. There is a video that they put out a while back where it is a blink and you miss it moment, where there is what kind of looks like, you know, the arm cannon that like Mega Man or Samus Aran from Metroid has. Like they have a hand on one side, but then they have like this arm cannon on the other side. There's this device that looks like that arm cannon that's just on a tripod. And it's just shooting these white balls of energy. And it's on the screen for like 2 seconds. And I'm like, man, wouldn't it be cool if that was and it wasn't pointed at the player. So I think that was a device that the engineer put down. I think the engineer is going to have deployable gun turrets in addition to traps, which would fit his theme. It makes sense. Oh yeah, I was saying the other day, I hope that they let the engineer have those, you know, during the Colossus fight, you know, those drones that he deploys that just fly around with a laser? Or like the laser gun turrets that he drops? I would love to see the engineer get those as weapons. That would be awesome. And I hope, I feel like the influence that they're putting on the engineer is a combination of the engineer from Team Fortress 2 and like a Dungeons and Dragons rogue. And I hope that's the direction they go. Like a general, like, tinkerer, trapper, lockpicker. I would love to see them get a skill that makes them better at lockpicking. That's another thing. Oh yeah, that would be so awesome. That you can collect the drones that the Colossus deploys. Well, I think we don't need to be able to pick the locks if we use them less frequently. Right now, we're like, man, I wish I could craft some lockpicks because I use 28 lockpicks on a single lock. But if my lockpicking skill goes up because I put ranks in it, so I'm only using 1 or 2 lockpicks, then my stack lasts way longer, and suddenly I am finding lockpicks faster than I'm using them. So now I don't need to craft them. And I think that's the balancing feature that's missing that hopefully will be included in the engineer skill tree. Yeah, I had a silver lockpick. I used like 38 lock, or a silver lock, and I used like 38 lockpicks, and I still didn't open it. I'm like, after a certain point, it's like if you get to 20, if you use 20 lockpicks, the 20th one should be auto success. just on the investment. Because each one of those lockpicks is like 8 coins. I just spent 160 gold to open this lock that's probably got nothing behind it except for like a wooden axe and a shield. You know, I'm not even going to get my money back at this point. Just let me open the lock. Whoa, low flying. That was a close one. Oh, no, that was a tree. I was like, was that a person on there? No, it was a tree. It was just an optical illusion. Engineer should have a high rank, be a skeleton key. That feels like I want the engineer to be better at lockpicking. I don't want him to be perfect because that like negates stuff. It cancels stuff out like that. You don't want an auto win in any scenario. Because a skill like that is going to be like, well, I have to take that skill. It's just that good. You want skills to be good enough that people want them, but not need them. And then I automatically open every lock? That's an I need. I wouldn't mind if they had a skill that let you use lockpick on steamer locks. So that you don't need a steamer key. Because look at these things. Let me put this one away. Look at this. That's 3,000 gold worth of keys I got right there. I could sell those. I could sell all of these. If I just was better at lockpicking, I would just sell all my keys. Because they're worth money. And anything above green is like, why would I use it? Even the green one is worth like 8 coins. Which means when you go to sell it, you'll get like 4 or 5. It's cloudy again. Yeah, that is something that the developers are aware of, and they have already stated, like, they told us in the Discord that they're going to rework the loot tables so that the higher level lock is on a chest, the better the loot will be if you can pick the lock or unlock it with a key. Because it's like, if I'm using a 125 coin key to unlock a chest, and all it has is, you know, like a wooden axe and like a stone shovel, I'm like, what did I get? I just spent 125 gold to get 13 gold. It's lame. It's like, give me a rune, give me a recipe, give me even a rune fragment would be fine. In theory, it sounds cool. There are already some synergies like that. Like, here, let me show you. The famous one, the one that everybody knows, that as much as I would like to claim ownership for discovering it, I don't know if someone else did it first, but so this mushroom right here, right? See, it says toxic mushroom, special effect. When you eat it, it deals 1 point of poison damage for 45 seconds. Now, a lot of you already know where I'm going with this. I'm going over to anger management, because what anger management says is you deal 35% increased damage while affected by a negative status, such as poison. So, because I have this, when I eat this, I gain 35%. So this goes from being, oh, I'm poisoned, to when I eat this, I get 35% damage buff, right? Now, there are perks in the Arcanist tree that the status duration is reduced. So instead of 45 seconds, this would be what would be 35% of 45? Like a 10-second reduction? So because of the way I'm using this skill, taking this one would actually be a debuff, because it would make my poison wear off sooner. And now that's a very niche specific example, but that I think that might be kind of what you're leaning towards, where like a skill from one tree affects a skill in another. Like, it's the reason why I never take that perk. I don't, even though it's like, well, that means that when I get stunned or when I get frozen or when I'm bleeding, it's going to last longer. Yeah, but I want that because then I do more damage. Which actually, I should start carrying those mushrooms around now. Because now that I got lifesteal, I can actually use them. That's one of the things, you use them too much. If you don't have either lifesteal or some way to regenerate health or something, you could kill yourself with poison. But I got my 5% lifesteal now, so I'm good. I'm sure at some point, maybe they'll nerf the mushroom, or they can't just say like, I'm not sure how you would nerf it, because it says when you're under a status effect. So like, they would have to, because they can't make it so, well, you can't eat the mushroom anymore. So it's like, what, there's no more edible poisons in the game? Because there's other things you can eat that are poisoned. If they take that off of this one, I'll just switch to one of the others. If they were to say that it's only a status effect that is put on you by an enemy or a trap or something like that, you can't put it on yourself, then I'll just constantly be stepping on traps to get the bleed damage. There's so much that they'd have to nerf. What is this? Oh, it's one of those digging things. I'm just seeing it in profile, so it just looks like a line. Yes. So you see that right there where it says spawn in the middle of my screen there? I have a flag there. And so what I do is I fly around with spawn always on my right side. And so what that does is it makes it so that I'm flying in a circle. Because if I'm moving and spawn's not, and spawn is always in the same spot relative to me, that means I'm going in a circle. And so, and you see how it also tells me how far away I am. So if I just maintain a distance, like see it's starting to go down. So if I turn this way a little bit to make it start going back up, I can maintain around 36,000. And I can just fly in a circle. And when I've decided, all right, I've flown around enough at this distance, I can fly out to a bigger ring and just go in a circle again and just slowly get bigger and bigger and bigger. The caveat being you got to do this at like 3 different altitudes, because I can't see the sea right now. So there could be a capybara merchant directly underneath me right now and I wouldn't know, because I'm so high up I can't see him. But I'm not looking for that right now. Right now I am looking for a golem. Actually, I've seen them post in the past that they've got a system where you can teleport back and forth between a ship and an island. But I think they've also gone, because they said, we've got a system and we're just working out the bugs. We're just doing some bug testing. But I now went back to look for those references, and it was I know exactly where it was. It was in one of the updates. In the changelog, or the patch notes rather, and The notes are not there now. At least not the one I checked. But I do know that they said they were going to have a teleportation system that they were working on, and that it was actually already done, and they're just doing bug testing. I think this is one of those shacks. It is one of those shacks. All right. A while back, I was talking about how to get refineries, and I showed you guys the 4 round patches of dirt that were in a square that was an easy way to spot. And I said there was another type of structure that also had a refinery in it, and I called it a shack. This is that shack. This is the shack. You see the refinery there? If you don't already have the recipe, you just go up to it. You get out your compass and you push E. Now, as you see, it says I already know the recipe. It's because I tried to scan it. Well, you do. They do have a usage in one steamer device. The catapult. Every once in a while, you'll see these structures, and if I find one, I'll show you. That have these. You find these structures that have these catapults in them, but before the catapult will work, you have to insert a steamer, a blaze crystal. Yeah, a jump pad. So, like, something like that on, you know, like a teleporter, to me, that makes perfect sense. That's just logical. Like, it makes sense that because if there's a teleporter pad, it's gonna be a steamer invention, and obviously they're gonna use a blaze crystal to power it. All right, I am going to get. What am I doing? Let's go get a little bit of fuel here, shall we? I got 5 steel ingots out of that. All right. What we got over here? I'm gonna go set these up, and then I'm gonna clear out that little strip mine over there while I wait for these guys to do their work. Where did... Oh, I know what happened. I mean, 1 crystal to power a jump pad permanently? It seems like a waste if you don't have the jump pad on your ship. When we get a drill, you'll be able to pick up that jump pad and put it on your ship. And wouldn't it be awesome if you could fly your ship up to max altitude and then just step on the jump pad and get rocketed up like another 25 blocks? Now that's a cool idea. They could call them depleted crystals. It'd be like depleted uranium in real life. Use it. And so I served in the Navy, and we had what were called Sea Whiz anti-missile mounts. And what these were these like big machine guns that were belt fed that could fire like 1,000 rounds a minute. They were crazy fast. When they were firing, it didn't sound like a gun firing. It sounded like a really loud power drill. And the bullets in this gun were made out of depleted uranium. So they could do something like that. Ooh, I got some resin. They could do something like that where they have depleted blaze crystals that's used to make like a new type of metal that's like really hard, that's like really high end. So we can have some like really awesome like black armor. We'll do this. There we go. Or maybe the depleted crystals are used by engineers to make the bullets for their gun turrets. No, you don't. Look at that, 1263, that's nuts. Yeah, I'm starting to save up resources now. My current ship is done. But that last upgrade that I put on the speed today, there's nothing left on this ship to do. So I'm going to start saving up resources for my next ship. And I already have a ship core at spawn ready to go, so... Oh, it needs a pickaxe, that's why. Why can't I get to this guy's armor? I do love these hermit crabs that they came up with that hide inside of like barrels and steamer components. Yeah, it's because of my boots. Look at these. 114% sprint speed. It's nuts. Like so fast, like I almost can't control it. Keep like slamming into walls and stuff. It's like that. I posted this video in the meme section on the Discord. This guy has a rabbit, right? And the rabbit's like up on the shelf, like chewing on the side of the plastic box where his food is. So the guy gets a scooper and he scoops out a little scoop of food, and he goes over to the rabbit's cage and pours the food in the bowl, and the rabbit just slams into the cage. Like he sprinted full tilt because he wanted that food. He was a hungry rabbit. All right, let's go and set up, because there's more fuel down here. Let's take care of this guy real quick. Like, when I saw that video, like, I laughed so hard I pulled a muscle in my ribs. Hey, anyone. All right, let me go check on the other one. Should be close to done. Because then I can bring the other ones down here. Where are you at? There you are. And you know, the frustrating thing is, like, if I get another pair of boots in the future, that's like, because this one's only got 9% jump boost, right? So, like, if I get another one in the future that's got, like, a 32% jump boost, and it's only got, like, 50% speed, I'm gonna feel like I did this. Oh, I'm going so slow. This is so slow. I only have 50% jump speed boost. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, this one's almost done. Oh, this is actually the best fuel in the game. You just stick it in your engine the way you do any other fuel. And each one of these burns for 10 minutes. It is far and away the best fuel in the game. It's why it's like, it takes a little longer to harvest, but it's worth it. Because you find big patches of it all over the place like this. Hold on, before I do that. Because there's a few left here. Look at that, there's 3 more in there. It goes in a 3x3 square, and I think it goes down 3 as well, but it can only go up like 1 block. So if it's if I put it here, it'll be able to get this block, but it won't get anything up here. Like, it'll get this block right here, but it wouldn't be able to get anything above that. I mean, wood works. Like, it's plentiful, it's easy to acquire. You know, like, I don't chop trees either. It just, like, I might once in a while and if I'm desperate, but most of the time what I just do is I go around town and villages and I just gather up all of the logs. Like, the town hall has logs in the basement, taverns had logs in the basement. The weaponsmiths and armorsmiths usually have logs outside in a rack. If you just walk around, if there's any unfinished buildings, they'll have piles of logs around them. You can, in like a minute, get like a stack and a half of logs from a decent-sized town. Oh yeah, all over the place. Let's see, put one here. We'll put one here. Actually, I'll put it here. 1, 2, 3. That's close enough. All right. And then I'll put my extra motor engine here. And actually, I'm gonna move this guy over here. Yeah, that's the big thing is like when you're burning up firewood is like you gotta, well, I mean, am I gonna need this for my build? This right here, this is also burnable as fuel. You check this out. Each one of these is 2 minutes. I haven't tried magnesium yet, so I don't know how much it burns for. But it does make sense that magnesium would burn, because it burns in real life. Never mix magnesium with aluminum. Because if that light's on fire, you're going to have a hell of a time putting it out. I don't know, when we get back, I'll test it. It can't be worse than sulfur. Sulfur burns for 2 minutes. I mean, if it does burn, it's got to burn for at least 4 minutes. Otherwise, it's the same as wood. Because we've got sticks burn for 15 seconds, and then we've got planks for 1 minute, sulfur for 2 minutes, and logs for 3 minutes. So it's got to be at least 4. If it burns. Yeah, that too. You could just sit back and wait, but I mean, collateral damage in the meantime. Hope you didn't put it on anything important. Because it's gone. Actually, I'll leave the sticks in there. Oh yeah, coal too. I forgot about coal. But coal is so rare. Like, burning coal is a waste because you need it to make like steel and... All right. Let's check magnesium. What is it? What does magnesium burn for? 12 minutes, really? Well, no, it's 3 minutes. Because there's already 9 minutes on there. So magnesium, yeah. I mean, that's the same as a log. I wouldn't burn magnesium if it was only... If it was 12 minutes, I'd burn it. 3 minutes, I'll just use wood. And then coal is probably, like, I think you said it was 6? So then that should go up to 15? Yeah. Well, I messed that up. So we'll just do this. Time to redistribute. We'll go. Have any of you guys seen the trailer for the new Rocky biopic? It's, I mean, obviously it's centered on Sylvester Stallone, but it's like, it is about the making of the first Rocky movie, which is actually a really interesting story. And, I saw the trailer today. The actor they got to play Sylvester Stallone looks and sounds so much like young Stallone that it's like they grew him in a lab. Like, I thought I was looking at Stallone. It's spot on how much this guy looks and sounds like Rocky. And it looks like a pretty good movie. Like, I think I might go see it. I'm not big on biopics, but I know the story of because a lot of people know this, but Sylvester Stallone actually wrote Rocky. And when he went to the studio, they're like, yeah, this is a great movie. We want to make this movie. And they're like, start talking about all these famous actors they want to get to play. And he's like, no. I play Rocky. And the studio's like, absolutely not. Like, you're too small. You're not, like, you don't have a celebrity, like, superstar good looks. Like, they didn't want him. And they offered him so much money. Like, listen, we'll buy the script. Just let us make. And they offered him what was at the time a ridiculous amount of money. And he's like, there's no amount of money. I want to be an actor, and this is my movie. So if you want to make this movie, you're putting me in as the star. And there was supposedly like this anecdote, and I hope they included it in the movie, where at one point he was so broke that he had to sell his dog to get money to eat. And because he's like, he knew he couldn't feed his dog, and he wanted his dog to have a good life, so he sold it to a guy who could take care of it. And then later, after Rocky came out and he had a lot of money, he went back and he bought his dog back. And I'm like, that's awesome. That is such a good story. You found your island on Monday night stream and found over 300 pieces of... That's the key. Farm the island a couple of times. And, oh, yeah. If you can find an island with like a buttload of coal on it, yeah, that's a... Do I have any blue resin? Any green liquid? All right, let me put these away. I wonder if I should I... Because, like, pyrite is made of sulfur and tin. I'm wondering if I should grind up this pyrite I don't need to. There's no reason. I do think it has another, I used it, so I don't have it anymore. Fluids. No. No. Produce. Materials. Is there no... I was about to say, is there no Pokédex entry? Is there no compendium entry for blue resin? I guess not. There's no entry in here for blue resin. I think the other thing it does is perception, but the perception potion doesn't do anything. But the blue resin does have another... It's exactly the same as this. It just has an additional alchemy effect of perception. But yeah, I mean, if they wanted to give it another use or something, like maybe use it in a recipe or something to make some food. So the perception doesn't actually do anything. Right now, it does the light spell. You see the light alchemy effect on there? Here, I'll show you. This is what it does, because this one does the same thing. Now watch carefully. That's what it does. It just makes you personally glow with the brightness of a torch. That's all the perception does. It does, and I think that's just a placeholder because they don't actually have a functionality for perception yet. So they just made it do the same thing as the light potion. Yeah, exactly. I don't need this much of this. Like, I'm walking around with a full inventory of this stuff. I don't need that much. Well, I just did that so you guys could, like, see the light reflect, because it's daytime, so you can't really tell. An invincible boss or a dungeon Sith invisible block that you can only see with perception would be awesome. Well, we do have some monsters already that can turn invisible. And I concur, that would be a perfect use for the perception. Because the wraiths, when you go to fight a wraith, it can turn invisible. And having a perception potion so that they just don't anymore would be awesome. I think they just haven't coded it into the game yet. Close that. Okay, now, onward. Jungle biome. So we'll just keep going this way. Yeah, they're waiting for ideas from me. I got 2 words for you. For your next idea, your next big drop, cowboy hat. Boom. Steampunk cowboys. Make a ship that looks like a horse. Well, a lot of the potions are like situationally benefit. Like, I don't ever use a levitation potion except for that one rare occasion where it's like, I really need a levitation potion right now. 'I would love to see a the ability to have pet capybaras, and then just have, instead of them introducing new animals, they just give, every time they want to put a new animal, they just put a new costume on the capybara. Like what the Grinch did with his dog when he wanted to have a reindeer. He just strapped reindeer antlers to the dog's head. So you could have like a capybara with reindeer antlers, a capybara with like floppy dog ears and a collar. Doggy bara, reindeer bara. Stop here for a sec, let things load in. This is all like... Oh yeah, Minecraft is where I started. This is... I would say this is a game where like people who like Minecraft and people who like Skyrim or Fallout like can find an intersection here. %. I've been fond of saying that the stick block is the most powerful weapon in the game. Forget the steamer chainsaw. Give me a stick block. That's interesting. The problem with that, though, is that, like, you'll get people who will... They'll download the game and they'll want to play it, and then, like... Oh, I wasn't here for the 2024 Halloween event, so I can't get that cool Halloween armor that everybody's got. Okay, I'm listening. mean, I suppose that they brought it back every year. I think a better way to do it would be like, okay, this item is now unlocked in the game because this event occurred. So now, from now on, everybody will be able to find the recipe for this item. Special item? You mean like the capes? Those... What do you mean by special items? Yeah. Just roll back the clock. Well, I got bad news for you, dude. I don't know how to tell you this, but let me show you something here real quick. See, where is it? Is it this? Oh, I need more. What do I need for this? Oh, I need way more. I haven't actually made one in this playthrough yet. It's just made out of grass. That's all it is. This game already has capes. Yeah, I did that earlier. I just did that like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't have a problem with things like capes in Minecraft because it has zero impact on my ability to play the game. Like I just don't care about capes. I have like 2 or 3. And I've never used them. I just don't care. Oh no, I thought I said I thought it was a cool idea. I have to workshop it to get it to work right, but I think if they wanted to do a special event, like a Halloween event or like a winter seasonal event, it would have to be, it couldn't be a Christmas event. It would just have to be like a winter holiday event. Because you have, you have Christmas, yes, but you also have what is the Jewish holiday with the menorah? Is that Passover? And then the Muslims also have a religious holiday. I think it's Yom Kippur. And then I don't know if anybody still celebrates Kwanzaa, but there's also that happens around wintertime. So there's a lot of holidays around that time. And it would be kind of like, especially a non Western countries. Because like, and there's certain countries where it wouldn't even make sense to have Christmas in December. Because like in like Ukraine and Russia, I believe they have Christmas in January. But there's no reason you couldn't do like a seasonal winter holiday, like just a general non-specific holiday event. Personally, I would love it if they did it like, I think it's Norway or Sweden. If they did an event that was themed like the way they do their Christmases. Because like in the United States, like the Christmas colors are like green and red. You have the green of the tree, the red of the bulbs, maybe a little bit of gold for the gold star that's on top of the tree. In Norway, it is red and silver. And a little bit of white. There's no green, there's no blue. And I think like a candy cane. And I'm like, oh, that would actually be kind of cool. Like I like that color combo of like just red and white. Yeah, see that could work. Like just a snowman. Maybe like a poof ball hat as an item, which we actually already have. We have the woolly hat, so we wouldn't even need to introduce a new item. Some snowmen. What other stuff could we do? I mean, I don't see a reason why we couldn't have a tree. That's. Yeah, it's been adopted by Christianity, but the holiday tree with lights in it, that's that was originally like a druidic thing, like a pagan thing. A lot of the religious iconography in Christianity was adopted in like the 12th century from a lot of druidic tradition, because they were trying to get the druid cultures from like Scotland and Ireland, and they're trying to convert them to Christianity. And so like Christmas trees, wreaths, the modern cross is actually not what the cross used to look like. The original cross was it was called the balanced cross, and you do still see like bishops will wear this cross on a chain around their neck that is all four extensions of the cross are the same length. So it looks, instead of like a lowercase t, it looks more like a plus sign. So you can have some of that stuff in there because it's Christmas, but it's not really Christmas. Christmas just kind of co-opted it. Got anything in here? Anybody got anything good? Oh, that's right. I already looked at these guys. Do I have that one? Let me check to see if I got that. There we go. Material. No, I want stone. Oh. I don't have this pillar. Okay. How much does he want for it? 36? Oh, that's doable. That right there is doable. Oh, you can't even sell it. Okay. See, like this has no impact. Like you can't even sell it for money. Like, but I used like 40 pieces of fiber. Like, even if they give me 5 coins, I'd still be losing money. Yeah. I mean, I do agree. You want to be inclusive. You don't want to just Christmas up everything, because that's like a lot of people would be getting left out from that. But then they'd have to deal with fallout from the whole, you're declaring war on Christmas crowd. Like, no, it's just I'm recognizing that not everybody celebrates Christmas. Yeah, they could make up a holiday. What game was that? There was some game where they had like this winter ritual of renewal, or the festival of renewal, that was like Christmas coded, but there was no religious iconography, there was no reference to Jesus, there was no reference to Christmas. It was just, oh, they have trees and lights. Exactly, which is why I'm like, you know what? Let's just do our thing and let them stomp their feet and throw temper tantrums. Eventually they'll get bored and move on. Hold up. Hold up. You guys see it over there? Does anybody else see what I see? Almost missed it. Look how far away it is. I almost missed it. Who knows what I just found? Anybody? Is it? Oh, I got tricked. That's not what I thought it was. Those aren't smokestacks. I saw these two things here. I thought they were smokestacks. I got tricked. Ooh. That's a big tower, though. I thought that was the factory where you get the incubator. And it looked like, because it was a big rectangle with two smokestacks and a thing, like a silo off the side. From really far away, it looks like the factory. But when you get close, it's like, no, that's not the factory. I have a very big screen. I think I'm playing on a, what is this, 21-inch screen? From 2 feet away? All right. Sometimes there's a busted corner you can drop. Nope, not this time. There's no busted corner. All right, we'll just do this. Just one shot. Sit down. Well, it's a consolation prize. It's not an incubator, but I'll take some blue gems. And as I say plural, because there's opportunities for more down here. Oh, there's another one. 2 more. Oh, you know one thing that I keep forgetting that you can do with skulls? Check this out. You know how you can put down a skull? Do you know you can put more than one? I think they cap out at 3. Well, yes, of course. More treasure is always good. I am always going to say yes to more treasure. But I think, like, the way people talk about it, it's like, well, this is it. This is all we're getting. This is like 10%. There is so much more stuff that is already coming that people don't know about. They're like, there's not enough stuff. You guys need to add more. They are adding it. Just chill. Like, they're working on it. I know that's not how you mean it either. I'm just saying, there's like, I see people on the Discord, it's like, this game is lame. There's not enough stuff. I'm like, dude, come on. It's like 1/3 of a game. It's not done yet. It's like people don't understand what early access means. I mean, I've seen some early access games that were... It's like, this isn't a game. This is like a game engine demo, you know? Like, this isn't even the game. All right. How many did I get? 3? All right, I'll take it. Man, I was so psyched. I thought I found the incubator. I know I got some lights around here. Where are my lights? I don't have... Oh, that's right. I ground them all up for iron. That's why I don't have any. Yeah, fun fact for those of you that don't know, if you grind up a copper lantern, you don't get copper, you get iron. You'll also get occasionally a candle or a glass, but I think it'll be patched out eventually, but for now, easy iron. You know what? I should fix my sword. And a few other things. Fix that and that. Come on. Okay, what do we got around us here? I have barely seen... What time is it? It's getting annoying. Hey, we got time. I'm gonna go kill this Colossus real quick. And it's gonna be, like, super quick now. Because I've got, like, everything I need. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go, just balls out on this guy. I'll go check that later. All right. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's see. Do that. We'll do one of those. We'll do one of those. One of those. Not going to use the egg. Okay. I'm just going to really go just bonkers on this guy. I just want to see how absolutely savage I can be. Okay, so we got lethal precision. There's strength. And actually, I'm going to swap these out. Because I've only got a few of these. Do I not have enough for sharpness? Well, I find that preposterous. The strength. There's no way I don't have 4 ingredients with sharpness. Oh, there's sharp instinct. Got meat. You know what? I forgot to check my collection. See if I already have one. I mean, I've got... These are the lower tier ones. I don't have the upper tier ones, though. Alright, I'll see you around. Thanks for stopping by. There we go. Alright. Now, I'm going to whip up these 2 potions real quick, and then we're going to go do a boss fight. Did I? Accidentally, I did. Where's my other... I'll just leave this here for now. Or you know what I could do? There we go. All right. Let's wreck this guy. I don't actually know what these do, but I'll pick them up. Ice resistance? Okay. That was a nice hit. Whoa, 4,000. Did you guys see that? 4,104 damage. That's a new personal record. And I didn't even have one of those Abyss necklaces on. That would have easily pushed it over 5K. Yeah. Like I said, it wasn't... I was like, this fight's not going to take long. Not anymore. Like, I'm ready for the next altitude. And probably the one after that. Alright. Oh yeah, I didn't even use the mushroom. Oh, you're right. The mushroom would have put it over 5K. If I also had, what is the name of that? What's the name of that necklace? I keep wanting to call it the Infernal Abyss. No, there's the Abyss Forged Armor, and then there's the something Abyss necklace that gives you 35% damage. But you also take 35% more damage. But it's like, when I'm swinging for 6,000 damage a swing, I don't care if I take 35% more damage, because there's nothing left to attack me. It's all dead. See if I can one-shot a golem. Treacherous Abyss, thank you. They got a farmer's market here. Let's stop in here real quick and see if they got anything interesting. I'm just going to take all my money because I don't want to mess around with, like, chopping down trees and making sticks. Watch I die and there's just like a... Hey, officer, I just found this dead guy over here with $10,000 in cash on him and nothing else. Well, finders keepers. Nothing useful there. Nope. Oh, wait, you know what? I'm gonna buy some lockpicks. Just because I can. You can call me Mr. Moneybags. I will take yes. See. You know, I should start buying magnesium to prepare for the next ship. Because I'm going to need, what was it, like 20 for the most recent one, but I also needed like 10 for the rank before. So I need 30 magnesium ingots. I'll just check real quick. No. No, I'm not gonna buy the... I'm not gonna buy the, Alright, back to the ship. We're done. I'm not gonna buy the aluminum ingots. Yeah, I'm waiting for a charge rune. I don't think I have one. I do have a charge rune. But I want to upgrade it to the next level. I want to get 60%. Although, there's something to be said for lifesteal. I don't know. I can't decide. They're both good. Well, you look at that. I parked right next to a golem, and I didn't even notice. You know what? I'm not going to bother with the potions this time, because he's a lot weaker than the... Yeah, this is true. And I do have a 5%er now. So I can't believe I parked next to a golem and I didn't notice until I got back in the ship to leave. And it's got this big honking arrow on it pointing at here, right here. This, you see the big arrow on the front pointing down? Like, this is where the golem is, right here. Should be a sign that says Muggsy's Hideout on it. All right. You see that first hit was 18. So you know what I figured out? If you attack the golem from behind, it keeps giving me boots. I've got like 5 of these boots. I got the gloves like once. If you attack the golem from behind, it does way more damage. I think that crystal on it... Whoa. I've never had this weapon before. I just found the gold-scaled serpent. Nice. Oh, my poison set off my armor. That's hilarious. But it's nice to know it can do that. +5 bonus. Okay. All right. Man. I can't. This has just been such a surreal run. Look, I got another one. This is like my 3rd one. Then I got 3 of these. I got 2 of these. It keeps giving me boots. And it won't give me anything else. I got a bunch of wraith gloves too. But that's it. It won't give me anything but boots and occasionally a glove. Like, I just want the helmet. I just want the helmet. I like, if it wants to hold out on the armor, that's fine. I've got Infernal Abyss. I'm good. All right, I need to display this. This is a trophy piece right here. No, I need... I'll display it on... Do I even have that recipe? I might not have it. I mean, I've got the iron one. I guess I'll put it on this. And I'll display it right here. Boom. Look at that. That's an awesome looking axe. Is that one-handed or two-handed? I think it's two-handed, right? Let me check something. It should say on there, right? Yeah, two-handed. Okay. I guess that's the trade-off. It's like, I get nothing but boots, but I keep finding uniques. I guess I'll do that. Oh, those are iron. I thought they were stone. Okay, I'll just grind them up. I concur. We could use some more one-handed options. I actually put up a suggestion that they, it's not bad. I put up a suggestion that they, because one of the problems with these, is like, okay, it's a cool texture and all, but, I mean, there are one-handed weapons that do more damage than this. This is not particularly powerful, especially not when this is in the game. And I understand this is meant to be like an early game. It's meant to be an early game weapon, but nobody ever gets it until after they're like level 40. So you don't get this you don't get this weapon when you're meant to have it. You're meant to have this weapon at like level 10. Nobody gets it at level 10. So it's like, what's the point? If you're going to make this weapon weaker, give it to the player at a time when they can actually make use of it. Otherwise, you know, for most people, it's just a trophy piece. It's nothing more. Or give it some unique ability. And that brings me to the suggestion that I made, which was to make the, what's the long Seraph Dawn? The long sword. It's a two-handed sword. I'm like, to make that unique, what they could do is allow it to hold 2 runes at the same time. Could you imagine if you could have charge and lifesteal on the same weapon? Imagine like one-shotting an enemy and fully healing yourself in one swing. Seraph Dawn could do that if they do what I'm suggesting. All right, are there any other? Sometimes they spawn in pairs. And I just turned off the grinder. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Crit plus charge. See, that's the thing. There's so many combos you could put on there. Or charge plus corrosion. Or poison and bleed. I want to go that way. I want to see how lucky I am. I'm actually going to start looking for Seraph Dawn now. See if I can pull it. And they've got a farmer's market over here, so there's a chance there might be more than one merchant. I mean, if it's not doable, it's not doable, but what it would do is it would take something that's just a cosmetic trophy piece and turn it into a weapon that a person could theoretically build an entire character around. So it's a cool potential idea, but at the same time, you know, I don't know enough about like coding or how this kind of game works to know how difficult that would be or how possible it would be. Herbalist? I like to make this joke about the herbalist because there was this one skit that there's a YouTube channel called Viva La Dirt League, and they did this bit where like the one guy's like, "Oh, you made a new character, huh? Yeah, so did I." He's like, "What class are you playing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm an assassin. I'm like sick assassin powers, and I'm all sneak around in the shadows and like assassinate people. What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, an herbalist." Herbalist? Herbalist sucks. And then they meet up like 50 levels later. And the assassin guy looks exactly the same. And the herbalist is clad in this like verdant, like glowing, sparkling forest, like woodland leaf armor. And he's like got this glowing aura and this magical staff with a green crystal blazing on it. And he's looking at him, he's like, what is this? He goes, oh yeah, this is just, you know, like a special unlock for herbalists. It's no big deal. And he's like, you probably got something special too. He's like, well, yeah, when I crouch down, I get a 5% increase to my stealth. See? He's like, oh yeah, you're a little bit harder to see. And then it's like, I'm not doing it just. It's such a good skit. But now whenever I talk about using something that seems weak and turning it into something powerful, I call it going full herbalist. Ooh, magnesium. Okay. I should have brought some money. I don't want to go all the way back to the ship. Affleck. Oh, you know, there's a thing that I just heard about that I guess it's something you could only do on mobile. I don't really watch YouTube on mobile, so I don't. It's called hyping videos, and it's something that only works on videos from smaller creators. So I don't know if you guys have hyped my videos. I don't know if I have a metric for that. Like, I haven't seen it, but if you guys can hype my videos, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate that. I don't know how it works, but apparently it makes the video more visible. I mean, if you're not watching on mobile, obviously you can't, but those of you that are on mobile, it would be super cool if you did that for me. I would be very grateful. I mean, there's nothing odd about that. I mean, a lot of people don't. Like, I have a phone, but like, I don't ever watch YouTube on my phone. I'm not... Like, I'd prefer to watch on a big screen, you know? Like a really big one. All right, let's start selling some stuff. This is enough junk, I think. Where's the flea market? There it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, I could imagine that could be a barrier of entry. There we go. All right. Next. You know, I want to sell all of this that I don't need any of this stuff right now. I just want the magnesium. All right. Back to it then. I can hear this rat down here. I'll take that. I can sell all of this stuff. It's just... Anything else over here? Alright, I think this area is clear. Let's get out of here. Now, where is that blacksmith? You are not the blacksmith. Or the weaponsmith. There we go. You don't need that stuff. I'll borrow that from you. I'll give you an IOU. It's the armor. I want the weaponsmith. I think it's that guy over there. Ooh, more iron. There we go. All right. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. More aluminum. Take it. Coughing and stereo. Oh, I've got logs. There we go. See, what time is it? No, we still got time. I really want to find one more golem. I really want to get the helmet before the end of the stream. But I'm also getting like super hungry. I made the mistake of not eating before stream. So I'm like super famished. I've got a bottle of Mountain Dew here. The orange one. And that's it. That's been my sustenance for the past... I don't even think I had lunch. So I had like bacon and eggs for breakfast. No, I didn't even have the eggs because I burnt the eggs. I had bacon and toast for breakfast, and then I had popcorn shrimp for lunch. Where did... Oh, they're right in front of me. Okay. Sell... No, he's broke. He's broke. Oh, he's still got some money. There we go. What? Why did it just do that again? That was weird. Anyway. Put that away. Put all these shinies away. Make another one of these. All right. Back to it then. Hold on. How's my hood? It's cosmetic. How's it taking damage? Cosmetics shouldn't take damage. Oh, that's why. I got it in the wrong slot. Energy powder drink? Like you just pour it in your mouth like pixie sticks? Just flipping work. It's just said that. There we go. Yeah, you know what? It's about that time. Oh, look at that. It's 9 o'clock on the dot. I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm getting really hungry. And we're having beanbot bowls for dinner, so tasty food. Anyway, thanks for checking out my channel. Thanks for what was I saying? God, I'm losing my focus because I'm hungry. Thank you for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hype my videos if you can. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye.